Yeah, but as usual, said scholarship admissions discussions any day Bremonti. And then so it's another weekend they encourage Ghana school for where we SHS, where we university first degree, and now your second degree, maybe your PhD. And yet she has say the all the links as the program is going on. Bones my pin link be also once my pin link. It's just either say a link to a school, link to a friend say funding or more international funding organizations near there on betimi aboa wo tie nuaba ama or ye Ghana ni or admissions officer, deputy admissions officer or one of the universities or US nti nua Ghana ni so nya baby a ono so person oboa ni nuanom Ghana for so that we be scammer what I say until no a juma we university as an admissions officer no boa so that we baby a was offer nyina mema agent be am scammer who the right thing na faso said ye can no men ko ye lazy ye kire wo link bi a follow link no ye homework esese wo ye no faso na wo benya admission no enye rocket science memo bi anada until ye nyina ye wa to use our platform to help you ochna udru baby anso aboa uni aga ni bi amodru ho.
Thank you, Stefia. With it. Thank you very much.
Me perceive a coin to admission in scholarship and patcho yen starting fee said the Ghana for be paper on for a year friend saying bank statement but no akucha fake ashim on kwaje visa no akucha obi kra school na mano letter or the be kwaje visa na student visa mo friend saying I-20 said then wa America or I'm say Canada for any friend different name, UK for no so friend different name na Norway for school say no makasa so different names na no so kwa Ghana ni no akwakoye fake minim say ni entita free experience and say munya wo school honom no as an admission officer chiremu.
Yeah, Sister, if you're with them, that's thank you all for joining. Platform way there, it's knowledge-based platform. Sister, if you're say yemboa, not on for knowledge and disperse it. Knowledge really is power. And these days, what we keep realizing is more and more Ghanaian students are getting rejected for visas. Now, one situation is seen and same very recently is now a lot of Ghanaians were going to Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire be my Ghana for. It's not Ghana choky, na yenya visa dates. No, a lot of Ghanaians were going to Cote d'Ivoire because of ECOWAS. No,
yes,
movement into any of the ECOWAS countries easily to get visa or attend a visa appointment there. In Ghana, for now, a lot of them were going to Cote d'Ivoire. Now, it was easy because once a French phone, this is my layman's thought. I think a lot of French phone want to travel to America. They want to travel
francophone France, those francophone European countries.
They want to travel to places where they are comfortable with language-wise. That's why we Ghana knew they be London, America, Canada, English speaking, them it's France. And see, I think maybe it was a little bit easy. Ghanaian students they were getting their visas easily from Cote d'Ivoire. They were getting the visas. And I think maybe March, April of this year, a bunch of Ghanaian students, I-20 documents, forged it and used it to get visas. It looks like they changed the scholarship amounts that was awarded to them. When
you Ghana for school for no. Scholarship or universities or America no. And change letter no. The visa no yes more scholarships.
It look more scholarship, and that always looks good for you. If you are not, if the burden of payment is not too much on you as a student, it always looks good for you. And I think out of fear, that's what they did. And no more edited a lot of the scholarship information. They edited information on their I-20s, and then they used it to get the visas. In TCC, I know Cote d'Ivoire it's blocked. Now, what I hear is people are going to Swaziland. That's the next place they're trying to see if we can get visa. Frankly, we are all very disappointed in this because it goes bad for us. What happens is the embassies will send emails to the rest of the embassies. Ghana will become a list of the countries to watch extra carefully what the documents are. They would scrutinize it. You think we are being scrutinized right now? It's going to be worse. It's going to get worse. They're going to heavily scrutinize us because this is what they realized. And the student had already been given the visas.
Omo ye fake no. Omo ni amo visas mo ko.
Yeah, they got their visas.
Ghana for na we chi no mum. Oh, wa
It was later on that they found out. Here's the thing. Say yes, and sometimes as an admissions officer in the DSO, I get emails from embassies sometimes, random. They send me an email and say, we just want to confirm that so and so student is one of the students that's been admitted by your school, and you issue them this scholarship. And then I have to respond and say, yes, this is one of our students, and we awarded them this amount of scholarship. So sometimes
checking a letter no the embassy or then correspond there no mo say what should that. Oh,
my guess is that's how they were able to find a group of students on my forged documents or my edited I-20 because of pandemic. No, first I-20 no ye mail hard copy DHL near mail bro, but pandemic no. We decided, or the U.S. government decided that we should be issuing them electronically. So we're issuing I-20s electronically. In the APDF, no, people found a way to edit it. This it's very bad. And I won't be surprised if it hasn't already gone out. Say, start scrutinizing Ghanaians extra because they are forging their documents, they are, doing things. But that's where we are heading. Already now, this in Ghana, no pa.
It's
very difficult.
It's a backlog of cry, no easy.
Easy. The number of Ghanaian students that we are admitting in our school, and the number of them that are getting right now, when you're Ghana for the fall semester, I've admitted at least 25 Ghanaian students. Nipa
visa.
Visa. And on visa because with our travel experience with American Embassy, we keep on visitors visa into no cry interview they waived it for him and then just gave him his visa. So we are just destroying our image as a people. This is not Ghanaians. I don't even know. When I head outside, when did we start forging documents? But I'm just very surprised by what is happening. So we are it's becoming bad, and it's going to affect us as a people. We will see Cote d'Ivoire, we bent it, and people are flying all the way to Swaziland. Is what I've heard. Swaziland,
there's no guarantee.
There's no guarantee. So we are incurring more cost on ourselves. Yes,
but I know saying I-20 and letter student visa letter no pay and no more fakey. Meaning say before there's no more fakey bank statements. And also so free.
Yeah, it's a thing. Sometimes one thing I have heard of is that some people banks need to almost just mimiti here me wo bank account wo bank Ghana no ebia mo sika hefty bi wo obi a oye adwuma wo ho ni mo bia o pay visa oton me bank statement man oton me bank
statement one year those statement I am obi na unim hwe
American Embassy 100 times. And the funny thing is they notice, they know. So statements are called multiple times that they know. And who's sponsoring you? My uncle. My uncle. Can I see the document? Or mobile bank statements? Or his statements now, or see you are denied. Ask yourself why. I didn't see a statement or just statements now straight up or see you are denied.
Because who statement
there's a high possibility. There's a high possibility. The Nyama difficult with American Embassy said they're not obliged to tell you. It's more of a the student visa is a courtesy visa. You don't have a right to it. Until they don't have to explain it to you. You can't petition it, nothing. All you can do is just try again. But the moment you say what the Bibi Sahabano, they've already made a note in your thing. The next person is going to check again. And it's just going to be no. See, why save yourself the trouble? Go with your normal self. Go with your normal, go there and represent yourself as you. When at least you have room for improvement. But the moment you fraud, what the fraud documents back on, we see will subsequent chances never ban. You won't get the chance to go to another interviewer, or your chances of getting another visa will become.
In this time, I'm person who as an admissions officer, oh yeah, Juma or U.S. University, and person who share there's a basic things that will be per admission. What's who are quite tempted say. Obeka could crophobia my fraud because some of the school for no so yeah, and you are more crophobia or my almost agent. Agent be a genuine, baby so soon yet. Obeka no mako situation or memo of statement. Meanwhile, statement only say, what the money per bear 3-4 no Sunday money into their chair, just the basic things as students, no. Also bet me vigilant because who didn't they call embassy no. In this agent, some fake document,
It's attached to you. It's attached to you. You are better off going there with a zero bank account and saying, oh yeah, me post I will figure it out, I'll pay it, and then they will deny you. Oh, but now say pay Juma Juma Nyasika go account, then go again. What has changed? This time I've worked hard, I've saved money, I'm able to pay for myself. It's better that way than go with a fake document because that information be put in your file, and then the next time you go, it will just not work out, you know. And the embassies, they get their money. They'll get their money because every fill application 1 million times, I bet you 1 million times. 1 million times they'll tell you no. So who's losing? It's you. So represent yourself well. So
and the dangerous thing about fake, say fake here, record the whole forever and ever. Almost yet pully record no. Into one so be the agent be a no be a china research ka crazy and kawa dedicate one. Kawa bet me no amu any other no amobia dada. Now so ka ye ni ya. And at least record the clean no, because record the clean house and could be a mom de bema. But who ye fake say one way you crowd win you. And I may because you are young, be a SHS, where we are SHS, and now university now be more be a tarnish record. They say, yeah, it's not good.
It's painful. It's painful. When I was looking at schools in the US, and I'll say this, and I say this when I come to Ghana and I do, you know, sessions with students. Sometimes I do some sessions in the U.S. Embassy Education USA session. I usually tell students, I was scammed by an agent before.
Wow.
When I was ready to look for schools in the US, I got scammed by an agent. Or me $500. Up to today, I went there. The store was the office was at East Legon. It was called Unigate. I will never forget the name of that company. Unigate. If you're this one day, I'm saying it. Oscar me $500. Me too, $500.
So better than no, so better than I'm
to help me process my admission for a school in Canada, is what it was. Stefia, me after do baby me friend they don't pick up. Until I drove there myself one day. Me no. Luckily for me, na next shop no, a hairdressing salon, and the lady that works there is my church member. No can say now Papa Ford we wouldn't now also do sika akoman. So it was a fraud thing. After that moment, I was like, I'm gonna do
my research, yeah.
So I sat down, used Google to my advantage, looked at what I had, and then found a school that would accept me for what I had. So in your search for school, what are you looking for? First of all, figure out where we are high school. If you're done with high school, your next step is university. That's what you want to do. And you've decided that America is where you want to come to. There are thousands and thousands of schools in the US. Use Google to your advantage. Look for a school. Google US schools. Look for the program you want to do. ABI, open your computer science. And if ranking is something that's important to you, US schools that are highly ranked in computer science program. Google that. Do some research. Find the school you want. Look at the requirements for each of the schools that you will narrow down to. Look at the requirements. See the ones that you can fulfill. Schools need to be a easy and straightforward requirement. Or be per application fee, or per maybe our bank statements, maybe or per passports, and that's it. Or schools need to be ones who are there more hoops for you to jump through. Into a budget application, or budget application fee, or budget letter, or
personal statement, recommendations.
Or better personal statement if you or better recommendation letter if you or better resume if you There are some schools that require hoops. There are some schools that by force require SAT.
Okay.
SAT is not for English proficiency. It's a standardized test.
Okay.
Which is like I to say like WAEC.
Okay.
WAEC is a form of standardized test for us.
It's not just say school or require SAT now. Yes, SAT we also Sunday to fail and English proficiency test
for those schools, no. Some for a school that requires SAT, they will use the SAT as an English proficiency, and they will have the mark for it.
Okay.
So you have to look at all these schools. Some schools will waive the English proficiency for you because you are from Ghana. Other schools will not. It's not a big deal. These days, there are multiple exams that are accepted. So reach out to the school, look on the school's website, find out which tests are accepted. There is IELTS, there is TOEFL, there is PTE, there is Duolingo. There's different tests you can take. Look on the school's website and look for the easiest option for you. Yes, they have IELTS and they have TOEFL, but they also have Duolingo.
Duolingo, they also online.
It's online, it's cheaper. You can do it at home.
Okay.
So if you look at the option, Duolingo no sounds better. Do the Duolingo and give it to them. So you need to look at the schools, figure out which schools you want to look at. Look at their requirements. Schools no requirements. No. Which ones you can fulfill. Or when not to fulfill, don't waste your time. If it's a school that Chinchina requires you to take SAT, you don't want to take SAT. Look at another school.
Okay.
There's thousands of schools in this country. Thousands.
And then what I take from what they say, also begin your search on Google, search engines, no start to search school, no. And yeah, by force, be a U.S. schools, and quite the can say U.S. visa dates now issue. No bet me Canada say a lot of schools so honum. When your scholarship now your fee paying as a student, bet me do my fee be amadi are supported. Bet me ama me up a bussy be the boa or the boa we now yeah do because I know that Canada say we are come me baba ko junior. We are Juma, we are a work permit for a year. I'll bet me there year Juma as a student. I will be and obey a full time. Now we are treated and worker. So it's not a bad EBS. And I'm more class somewhere university or
we have 1 year.
Webest College, right?
Yes, Weber State University.
Weber State University. Utah. So a work permit after
yes,
student.
you're allowed to work on campus whilst you are studying. And then and this is all of the US. All of the US international students are allowed to work on campus whilst they study. When they are done with studying, they get 1 year. You get 1 year. OPT,
1 full year.
1 full year that you can work. It's called OPT, Optional Practical Training. OPT, 1 year. If you are a STEM major,
STEM or science and mathematics, no. Okay.
Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. If your program that you study falls under the science coding, if it's coded as a STEM major, then you can get 2 additional years to the 1 year. In STEM for most of the times, we are more OPT for 3 years. Most of the times, yes. Yeah. So you find a school, you look and you look at the requirements and see which ones will suit you. You apply. They will usually, all schools in the US will ask you for financial documents. As a non-US citizen, you have to prove
financial documents. Obey then what your school fees.
Your budget bank statement if you.
And that means unya scholarship and now
before even it doesn't financial documents it doesn't affect scholarship. They need so if school no $8,000 in scholarship. Omit me if you emphasis school fees near $30,000 a year. What $8,000 FEMA is what $22,000 now can. You have to show finances for that amount. You just need to show it because the US government wants us to make sure you can afford to pay for yourself for at least 1 year. And the finances you show is just for 1 year. It's not for the 4 years you'll be here or 2 years you'll be here for masters. It's for 1 year.
And then when you're accounting be show.
Well, it can be your personal accounting. Graduate studies so maybe I want you for a couple years. it always helps. Yeah, people think that getting sponsorship is better. No. Use your own, because they know say you are willing to invest in your education. You find some your master students there. By this time, when you use your bank statement. You find some SHS DV, and it's mostly going to be your parents and a sponsor education into your parents normal bank statements any idea. If your parents are me na on the banks indeed. It was so funny. My father was a bank manager and my mom didn't believe in banks.
Very interesting. And then nikunu da bank announce on the bank indeed.
Me say yes. So if we parents are those kind of people, won't keep your music our bank now. If this is the goal for you, if you're watching this, now won't be SHS. Catch your parents say just for the benefit of your visa, for the benefit of your school and it. Omo first can into bank. Now make use bank or run account for a while. Because you need that to send to the school. You need that for your visa interview. If you are a student, SHS Levy, you don't have the money yourself. If you don't have the money yourself, even as a graduate student, you can find someone that is willing to sponsor you.
Okay.
That person can be your family, it can be your church, whatever it is. Anyone that is willing to give you bank statements for it.
It is any pan person or boy was any pan started one.
Yes.
So started be account, not this at least a bit me do a substantial amount to be out there. Because I think I know easier chance say for be a wouldn't an agent be mount will be account I wouldn't no.
And I will never recommend it. Say agents because me accounts be more, and I know a lot of people. It's easy. I maybe more. That's the problem. But because me will nipa 10 I'm doing more America. Bank statements but one on a sell case. So why don't you help yourself? Nobody is saying don't use agents. There are good agents, but there are also bad ones out there. And you can find a sponsor. The person has to be willing to give you their bank statements. Most of the times, the universities will ask you. Most of the times, the universities will ask you to attach or fill out an affidavit form or financial guarantee form.
Okay.
So you need someone to fill a form saying that yes, you will. Yes, I am John Smith. I have decided I will pay the school fees for Akosia Stewa for 1 year. This is my bank statement, and I have decided that I'm allotting $40,000 to Akosia Sewa for their studies in the U.S. That's all that person needs.
That's all they need. Okay.
Yes. So you need that financial guarantee for most schools will ask for it because we the schools we know say Utmiji OBR documents ever. But the embassies there's no financial guarantee. They have their way of verifying things.
Yes.
We have more sophisticated softwares and programs that helps them to verify and identify things. We don't. We only take you for your word. What the documents in the brain? Of course, John Smith and Nankasa also has to sign a document telling us say.
No, the accounts no. Okay. I think that's very good. Then I okay and pass so may I wear embassies or more come they check even say document when you're original a scan. Also, I told you I'm to me scan it. Omo letter ni scan it a letterhead ni betcho. Don't think so you're smarter than the betcho. Maumame enquire no and the old mammy nisika sebia winter admission I pay. And next year admission, next 2 years admission. No mama me started bobo besia the tomb or bobo besia the tune accounts. Obey you crying every as long as obey me actually say or pretty accounts we call banner yes can be to the mawa and no the oh mammy into any problem. Okay.
No,
into why research.
Why research was submit application, what they will financial documents na kaho. Because without financial documents, that's the only way we will issue you that form I-20. It's called form I-20. That's what you need to be able to go get a visa. Or fill a visa application for travel visitor's visa. You don't need to show any immigration documents. But as a student, we the school have to say yes. We have agreed that Akosia Sewa can study here. And Akosia Sewa has given us bank statement telling us that she will be able to provide for herself for at least 1 year. And we are giving Akosia Sewa form I-20. Akosia Sewa can now apply for F1 visa.
Internet just say onipa no ko fake ko edit I-20 na mo de man na mo school no cry goes against you because na just say it's say mo school no mo check ya mo say nipa ne se fata ansa na mo man no sa visa letter na I-20 ne meboa.
Yes, it becomes a problem for us because then the school, the embassies will say you guys are not doing your due diligence. My job, made you man say documents are the bebano, SMS scrutinizing, making sure some forgeries be in so yes, it comes back against us, but hey, there's not so much.
I say, wow, we are Ghana near old boy, before Africa for Ghana for no can for Siako because one way you can know Juma home baby on be raise question about Mammy, why would anything I'll be to me a boama Unianum Swenya because Kusia dear and Kenya bonnet, Kusia dear, we are the bow mind and Kenya bonnet me boy.
No.
Okay. Yeah, my year movie away name court for instance this issue about GPA because my who say and also more admitted students to the Biamoyo. GPA obenya scholarship the onya scholarship and whether GPA no a requirement it's saying
so there are some schools in the open enrollment there are some schools that have GPA requirements, certain GPAs and EBFA. Then after you found GPAs now so the amount of scholarship if you qualify. Based on the GPA that you have. Ghana in GPA system no. Senior etia in American standard or system. For why results call website where you find
Scholaro.
Okay.
So when I text mommy na me fan sending call for no check especially high school no ma me no pay school some Scholaro. Okay.
Now I GPA calculation into it will tell you how much YEC what about America or Great Town 9 it be a 2.5 GPA or America or 3.5 or 4.0 when you're straight A's a bear 4.2 that kind of thing. And that's what most schools we do. We will check your GPA the equivalency in the US and then the schools that have GPA requirements for admission will use that for admission. The schools that don't will not even care about it. But in scholarship awarding, maybe if my school we don't use GPA for admission, we use it for only scholarship awarding. You better admit it anybody, but as to whether we'll give you scholarship is based on what you did in school.
Now, does it matter courses are obey? How do you be a fresh student? I feel away a high school person or search and maybe a mom first degree in put the no more form kakra. How do they say course ben was a me? Guidance and counseling, Papa baby.
Yes. The beautiful thing about America is that you can change your major 1 million times. Nobody cares. When I first came here, I was studying, I got admitted to study forensic science in undergrad. Then I changed my mind. I said I wanted to do nursing. Then I changed my major to nursing. Then I have no patience for it. I can't be a good nurse. I would be a bad nurse. So I said, this is not my calling. So I changed again to communication. I changed my major
3 times
before I graduated.
And so be in Pamo school.
No, you can change your major 100 times. Just know that it could delay your graduation. That's the only problem. But I changed my major 3 times. I ended up with a minor in information systems. Because of the forensics, I had taken a lot of IT courses. So I ended up with a minor in information systems. And I ended up with a bachelor's in strategic communication. So you can change your major a million times, but have an understanding of what you want to start with. You have to be admitted into something. There are some schools that have general studies programs. Those are usually that's usually not a focused program. You don't know yet. That's like an undeclared major. You haven't declared your major yet. So those are usually called general studies. So that's one that you can also look at if you haven't decided yet. consider general studies, get admitted into that. Once you're in the US, you can change your major a million times. And here in the US, it doesn't matter whether you did home econs, whether you did general art, whether you did science.
Until the course school na near the yes and I'm a science student in a mogu and we
whether you did basket weaving.
And can say what I see no.
SS. Me, I was a home econs science, the home econs student.
And now the communications.
Oh, that was you home econs there. Forensic science there for home. But that's what I did. I did for 1 year. Me kwatna me first chemistry class. Stay fear. Bra me bray. Bra me say first chemistry test. Minya 8%.
Oh damn! 8%. It's not for you, yeah.
But ask me how what I got the last what my final grade in the class was. It was an A, because I know I needed help.
Yeah.
So I used the different resources on my campus. My teacher would teach me everything all over it. After you actually watch the whole class, she will go and sit in the library with me and then teach me everything again, explain it all over to me again. Then I would take my homework to the homework center and they will help me. Charlie,
most of our homework center.
Yes, we have people that will help you with your writing. We have people that will help you do your homework. We have people that will help you do your research. All those things. So I put in a lot of work and I ended up with an A. And but
you see the difference in the who can say the kind of help. Yes, Ghana on political science and students go over 2,000 for one lecture. There's no way a lecturer no bet me individualize a year or yama we. It was a mohono schools no students here kakra krabi. Ghana so there. Oh, teacher back over 2,000. Teacher no so na so ni pay who credit adwuma ye who pay kra na oje no. So I a difference no eba no. I get your point. So bet me access anytime be our course
your major 100 times. Nobody and them for be when I also be a business. After just one year business, you na be law, pre-law. If you can pass, that's all they care about, because if you don't pass, you can't move on. You can't take another class. Some classes are prerequisites to other classes.
Yeah.
No delay would dear, but that's about it. You can change your major 10 times, 100 times, nobody cares. So it doesn't matter what you did in SS. It doesn't matter what you want to study. US is open for all.
Okay. And course Benson now you say almost focusing on now can STEM. If you're betting me, say if you tell your country, it is America. We here support kakra wa wo mamu wo sika bia o minister na bibi na bia obetumi 100% school fees no, but mpempi no obi ehia mwa courses ben sa na bia nipa focus maybe na wo ka say to say the okay forensic subjects no courses na enya common wo Ghana no na wo ka so koya political science obi emu a wo koye HR unya scholarship bia.
Yes, so here's the thing, which courses to study, and no, they vary. It varies, okay. What you want to, because the thing is, at the end of the day, when you're choosing the program, when you're choosing the school, keep in mind, visa interview now, you maybe say, why this school, why this major?
Yeah.
So you want to go and study political science. But when you say I don't know, person could share thousands of dollars America. Climate science, blah blah blah. And also, so what about Ghana hard bed and Ghana for the climate science, they inform. Yes, it's cutting edge, it's new, it's different, and it's great, but there's no industry in Ghana. So you have to think about all these things.
A bit more EPA near day.
A bit more review in any ways, in other ways. And is it a program that is consistently offered, definitely offered in almost all the universities in Ghana? That could go against you. Is it a program that doesn't exist in Ghana? Also, there's no job opportunities for you in Ghana. And also with scenario, because every visa officer, when you go in front of them, what they are looking at is, are you going to go back home? Are you coming back home? That is the ultimate answer. You are. That's interview now, and that's all they care about. The plan is that's not the plan. They want you to come back. They want you to come back into whatever it is you are telling them. it has to have it has to make sense. Say, wait, me the background be say. Yes, it has to make sense. And yes, they are a bit real kakra. So that part is tricky. But what I can say is most international students do STEM programs.
Okay.
Most international students are doing sciences, computer science, engineering, mathematics,
and a whole scholarship or
yes, and a lot of schools, it depends on the school, it depends on how much grants they have. These days it's very hard to find full rights. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist, it exists, but it's very hard to get it. And research is a way more research. Reach out, ask questions. Yeah, admit to yeah, offer admission. Please, are there scholarship opportunities? Do I have to apply for scholarship? Ask questions. Let them tell you yes. Either say our school, you don't have to apply for scholarship. We automatically give you scholarship, and then they give you, or you have to fill out an extra scholarship forms. Sometimes in your school, seeing a casa about the scholarship because maybe it's a limited amount, and not everybody can get it. So they don't really make a lot of noise about it. But who could be sir? Not say available, they can give that to you.
Okay. I'm not forward questions. Be for instance, which one would you advise them? US, Canada, Europe? Which one is the best place? Be send a question, be sir.
Hey, Radi, that's hard. I'm here I'm here to push America. I'm here to push the US.
To the all marketing American schools.
I'm marketing American schools, but yes,
students are going to school. Huh?
Yes, I want students to come to the US. I want students to come to my school. I want students to come to America.
But briefly, school no was our chair about school no.
Yes, but as a Ghanaian, I will highly. I think I'm coming to Ghana and I would pick Canada. I will pick any country that has a pathway to citizenship of sorts. America doesn't. There isn't any pathway. There isn't any concise pathway for you to become to get residency. There's no pathway through education for residency unless you are one of those brilliant minds like what being Einstein level. I know the almost special visa for those people. Something. And you can apply for that in what being you are like also you need to America, we need you, they need you, or it will cause a problem, it will cause a loss to this country. More pathway. But the majority of the people don't have this special skill, special ability to be able to do that. So my advice here, if you say look at one of the countries that has a pathway to residency. So Canada does have a pathway to residency for you. So but I will always push American schools top notch. We are no. But this is fact too. We are top notch. When it comes to research, we are number one in all research area. And research is if it's something you're interested in, America is number one in that. When it comes to tech, when it comes to the things that are used to teach, even educational system, we are top notch. We are up there. Getting a degree in America is accepted all over the world.
Canada is accepted all over the world.
American degrees are accepted all over the world. Who wouldn't accept an American degree? You see, so that's what makes America American. That's why we are still number one when it comes to international education. It is. We are. That's why they don't care about make a pathway for us, make a pathway for international. They won't care because they know people still want to come here.
And also one of my problems. I mean, schools in baby, beefy baby, especially in America. I say I'm evaluating a certificate. Of India, I'm evaluating a certificate. But even Canada, I think Canada for a flexible on that. But Canada will take Ghana certificate. Almost some of the evaluation companies in Beho, but Canada for him at least fairly. Ghana courses. And there are some of the schools all Canada cry wavy English proficiency test. No, but US or there.
No, also if you are why confused. A lot of schools in the US waive the English proficiency for Ghanaians.
I know they mean said a lot of them now.
A lot. Maple school. This was in 2013. I did not have to do the English. It was waived. My school just didn't do it because they understand that. So there are some schools. A lot of schools waive the English proficiency. There are some schools the thing is, high school you wouldn't need to do an evaluation. When it comes to university, they just want to understand how does this class you took in Legon compared to the classes we have in our school.
Okay.
So they can give you credit for it. That's why they want the evaluation.
They want to give you credit for it. Okay.
Yes, so you can, so if you're doing a transfer thing, if you're doing a master's, they want to see what kind of classes you had.
Okay.
In Ghana. That's why, the evaluation, I wish more schools will get away from using the credit evaluation companies, but almost a business, and they've been
a business. America for no push almost companies, and so many American companies.
They are lobbying very well with the schools to make sure that it's one of the things that is required. So
okay. And I'll be a question. We'll be sending a question about HND. Say HND for no, so can they benefit from some of these school admission and international scholarships?
So an HND person, HND is not a full bachelor's degree yet. So you get a HND no, who be here as credit evaluation. Because one person started from scratch. Now per se credit now why you Ghana no. A transfer over. Say you are not starting from freshman first year. Maybe I will be your budget HND 3 years Ghana.
Yeah.
Maybe a 2 years of your credit no. So you start at year 2 or year 3 and then do 2 more years to finish. For HND, yes, you'll be applying into bachelor's, not master's. You need first degree HND. You don't have first degree yet.
Okay.
It's bachelor's you'll be applying for, but when you're applying, apply as a transfer student.
Okay.
Some schools might be able to translate it for you in-house. Other schools will ask you to do credit evaluation.
Okay. They hear me say obepe school no first. Now we busa school no say obetimi Ghana dear no from where you're very important as our homework in the obey your crap before anything.
Yes. If you don't know it, then you would start with the school apply, and then you realize, we do not accept any, we don't do transfers with HNDs or something. You need to find out. Okay. And then also you can always email the school. Do you have an in-house transcript evaluation service?
Okay.
Or do you need to pay West?
So that if they have an in-house, a very simple amount, I think I'll put you $200, $300 or baby
do it themselves instead of you paying. So HND, don't apply for masters. If baby now is a mistake, no. Okay, the HND also apply masters. We need bachelors. You need to apply for bachelors and finish with your bachelors.
Okay. Now why yes, so top up for Ghana, bia okuta HND, but some of the universities no offer top up for Ghana for Obia. What's the first? They say HND na a degree, but first no. Omudi can coin or Momukuta HND no dada. Into 1 year top up can does it change anything?
So that 1 year is a certificate program. It's a certificate program, it's not a degree. It's not a full-fledged degree, so it doesn't add up. It might add up in Ghana, but here it wouldn't add up. We have some programs in my school that are certificate programs.
You just also be betting me certificates from Ghana, betting me more certificates.
You would not be coming as an F1 student. You be certificate programs are usually not government immigration sponsored.
To me fan
and won't mean F1 1 B2 now they are 3 month course now which Ghana.
Okay.
So no won't mean start up no would not add up to become a degree.
Okay, it's very good information for HND from Bacho and I'm your admissions officer. Say, ukuta HND, I mean, apply for masters or move you, unya.
You're not a
master. Degree no fast. And then you top up because I say a brochure for no more top up no. 2 year top up of a kahwa. Omu say full degree still. Omu say HND. 2 the obeti me akwa ye degree no straight up. Ye degree na obeti me they apply for masters.
It's like America, Hano. We have an associate level.
Okay.
So who be SSR, who be high schooler, then you could go one of 2 ways. Either go straight into a 4-year bachelor's degree, or do a 2-year associate degree. We have 2-year associate degree now, and only equivalent to Ghana HND. Why 2 years? Then you have to top up. Associate is not a full bachelor's degree.
Okay.
It's not a full first degree. It's a first degree, but it's not a full bachelor's degree.
Okay.
So you have to finish it up with 2 more years in the 4-year degree college to get that bachelor's degree.
Okay. Okay.
What's my say? So HND no equates to associate level degree. The way to get credits for it, so you don't start from scratch, is to do the credit translation, so that your credits will transfer to the U.S. school.
Okay. Ama efia mami efia si embusa say okuta BSc in nursing, but ni sika sem nheda nkoye. Mo ye nursing wo mo na, is it likely so betimi nya a scholarship with the nursing nana?
The sad thing is, you would think that after COVID, this country will just change some of the laws. Nursing is still one of the toughest programs to get into. A lot of schools don't do direct admission into their nursing program. A lot of the schools don't. A lot of the reputable, highly accredited schools do not do direct admission into the nursing program.
You have to go through something.
You have to be admitted into maybe a health science program, then do some prerequisites before they will admit you into the nursing program. So yes, nursing it's tough. It's a long path, but we are with this car off.
Nti no bisa no it is obi say ma me if you send the question. Science course ben obetimi aye.
So my advice to her will be, look at a nursing degree that don't try to come to the US to do another nursing program. Look at a nursing degree. Why are you coming to reschool again for it? Look for programs like, look at a nursing degree. Look for a program in like health management.
Okay.
A master's in health something. There's so many health programs. Look for the next level for you. And not a boa with your visa. I'll say, I'm currently a nurse, but I want to go and do a health management information program, masters in that, to bring it back to Ghana to help my hospital or community hospital in managing how information is sent out to patients and things like that. So look for other areas. Come in with that one. It's better than trying to get into a nursing program. It's tough to get into a nursing program here. There is also a doctor in nursing. That's the next step. You can apply into a doctor of nursing program.
Okay. I see. Obi so busa say some of the schools ni be in English proficiency test na o kano. Na ebimu almost ebimu ye o Ghana nti omu to meje letter no from Ghana, but mo de ba mu schools so anma mo so mo nje. Nti na just say international ones no.
Because we know that sometimes you go to your school and you pay them and they'll write a letter and tell us that you can read. The English proficiency, it's not, people are always worried about this. It's not anything. It just you need to take that test, and that test tells us you can read, speak, and comprehend in English. And yes, now you can't read, you can't speak, and you can't comprehend. Let's say you can speak, but you can't read and comprehend English.
You fail your
classes. So it's not anything. It's not like a roadblock to ruin your life or what. No. It's something that to make sure you will succeed when you come in. And it's a U.S. government requirement. It's a U.S. government requirement. It's not really, it's not always the school. So if the school decides, say, we don't need English proficiency for so-and-so countries, even when you are issuing the I-20, there's a part that asks you, did this student fulfill that English proficiency score? The English proficiency inside the form I-20, they ask you, does this student fulfill English proficiency? You have to say yes or no. Until when they ask you for it, just do it. That letter, some schools will accept it. And then they will use that, and then in that form, they'll say, yes, the student fulfills it. Other schools, no, say, most of the time, people go and pay money and they get this letter. So they will just say, no, we don't accept it. We want the test. We want you to take the test.
Okay. I'm a Patrick Bafono say or BSc in mathematics, any MBA in finance. Obeti me apply for PhD and now name some more for PhD.
Yes, you can apply for PhD in the US. Any school that has a PhD that you are looking for. Yes, you already have a bachelor's and you have a master's. And one thing people are misconstrued about is UFRI bachelor's. You don't necessarily have to stop at master's before you do PhD. You can leave bachelor's
you can do it straight.
PhD. So yes, you've met two of those requirements already. You can go ahead and apply for any PhD program that you find.
Okay. Okay. My main found see anum say, but mpese o man for school no. Weber State University. Or
Yeah,
Utah. Or
yeah,
America, Utah. Chrono crowd abrofon ko anti.
Charlie.
Good is so be focused on her because I've heard say omo push for diversity into omo manfra different kind of people so that chrono ebenya that kind of benefit of different people from different cultures and different environment
Yeah.
to come there.
Utah is a good place to come. Utah is immigrant friendly, and that's because minim sɛ etie for mo Church of Latter-day Saints.
Yes, church.
Mormon
Oh,
phone.
sorry, Kessie or President Rollins. So,
Ayo, this is the state of all the Mormons in America. You know, the whole state, 95%, 98% of the people that live in Utah are Mormon.
latter days for.
Latter days.
Oh, okay.
And when in latter days for no yeah they share white, no more tie, no more on bicycle, so no more missionary.
I Ghana Krabi Hopa.
Yes, they go all over the world. There are a lot of people from all over the world here. Could it be more? Do we want more immigrants to come in? Yes. So this state, is very immigrant friendly. Very immigrant friendly. So our school is Weber State University. We are located in Ogden. The town is called, the city is called Ogden, and the state is Utah.
Okay.
Our application process is fairly simple. All you need is to have graduated high school, completed high school education. So we WAEC, that's all we need from you. Apply. There's a $65 application fee that is never waived because this is a state institution, so they never waive it. But the benefit is our tuition is quite affordable. In the state of Utah, we are one of the cheapest state institutions in Utah. The total financial amount that you need to show in a bank statement is $28,000 US.
28,000.
Yes, but that's just money you need to show. It doesn't
And
mean
by force or changing, I was a scano yes,
you 28,000 in our. It doesn't mean you spend 28,000 in a year. We offer up to $8,000 in scholarships.
Okay.
For all our students, $8,000 in scholarships. And it's based on your academic record. Into what's in Ocho and Uchaya, then we'll use that, we'll do the calculation, and then we'll award you a scholarship based on your WASI grades.
Okay.
We do require the English proficiency, but when Ocho WAEC WAEC WASI, Ocho WASI Unya A and B or English and the English proficiency maybe with Yama. You don't have to.
Okay. Good.
The English Unya A and B, you don't have to take the English proficiency test.
Okay.
That's really all it is. You can find our information. May the link remember if you're the better information I say but weber.edu that's Weber State.
Okay, be pese o rapid can be check Ghana students. I know see shas ma omo warning near ma omo nkoye because I know your passion and it's about boa Africa for but basically unianom Ghana for so people can get opportunity to study or to make this knowledge now akoye bibi dia boa Ghana because we need people to really help Ghana to grow beyond where we are because we can't be stuck at the level na one adani and this in MPP but we are stuck near market time. So you are very passionate about young people because in the next 20 years, no, Ghana. So me person can be youth, no, SHS, the way university, hoping for opportunities elsewhere. What must they do? They, especially mental psyching, then also the psyching.
Okay, well, the US is open to all. America is open. We are open for business. We are open to all. Is unfortunate say Sisiano just say your reputation kakra in the eyes of the American embassy, but we can redeem it. We can redeem it by doing the right thing. Open so America. Make that decision. Do the necessary research. Send the right information. Don't forge. Do not forge your information. Somehow it will catch up to you. Apply. Ask questions. seek information. If it's scholarships, you need to ask the schools, how much scholarship do you offer? What is the scholarship criteria? Look for that information, and then help yourself. Like I said, America is open. Let's all do our best to just rehabilitate Ghana's image, because you see, I know it's looking very bleak for us. It's looking very bad for us. And I hope that things turn around soon. But America is open, and America wants more international students. We want the diversity in this country. In this state of Utah, I need more Black people that look at
You are my mama now. I say, you about admissions officer. America University, Webers State University. Hona oye admigane ni o ono so free Ghana sa no sua dia ko school and then oye admissions officer o bonti dia ama kan bia mesre mo fa na 100% accurate nkodi agent bi MOB medada o de obekọ agent o kra ye research first na maka no menko fake document bia because 100 years kra na beba U.S Embassy record that hustle with fake document and also best say when ya obra papa bia obo no na for wakwa say record do the right thing see mama me na wase so much o for ama no next time e beto us ne any ama abo enkomo fofo e da say mo nyina mo join e na mo send them questions so any other questions be also beti me inbox me send their ama then we nyina